Hopefully everybody's still doing great. So what I was going to talk to you about today is the word frustration. So when we start to feel frustrated, it is our knowledge of being stressed, but having the inability to change that stressor. What we can do though is work on our perception of that stressor and perception of what is frustrating us. And so I'm hoping that all of you can really take that in and just be able to say, I can't have the ability to change this. So, and that makes us vulnerable. But what we can do is how are we perceiving it? How are we dealing with it? How are we ruminating about it? And so when we look at frustration with getting information or not thinking people are doing stuff that they should be doing, is really go back to seeing what you're frustrated about. What is your perception? Can you challenge that perception to become more positive and understanding, hey, you know what? I don't have the ability to change this, but I do have the ability to change the impact and the effects that it's having on me. And so with all of us being at home and people talking about how things are going to be new and things are going to be different and, you know, some things that we just automatically do by muscle memory, you know, is think about if it's not necessary, it may not be necessary to be ruminating about it. Is we know that change is good for people. And so what change does is it makes us get out of that routine just a little bit to say, hey, maybe this is a better routine to be in. And so that's what I want to encourage everybody to really focus on, is really focus on stress is our inability to change what the stressor is, but we can change the perception of that stressor. So remember, our perceptions are what? They come to us. If we don't have all the information, we fill in information. Then our perception fits into what our fear or our stressors are. And we want to be able to not be fearful, not be vulnerable, but to embrace that and use that as energy and motivation to really focus on, I can deal with the unknown, I can deal with the change, I can deal with all that because we're embracing that fear and that vulnerability and that unknown. If we fight it, it becomes bigger. Our perception then becomes that we're more scared or we're more stressed. That really then starts to show in our inability to change or do something different with that. So remember that as you start to recognize that you're frustrated, it's an identification of something that is stressing you that you don't have the ability to change or modify to a point that it would change. So we alter our perception. So hopefully this was helpful. And what I'm going to continue to do is continue to talk about how I can encourage you to really focus on different things and really bring that positiveness out of the shadows. So remember, if you feel special, you make others feel special. So hopefully you have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.